His love life is talked about all over the internet. He was on Dancing with the Stars, despite not being able to dance. He once wrangled a kangaroo with his bare hands.
I did what?
He's your favorite reality TV fuckboy reformed. He can make a woman fall in love at first sight. He is Harry Jowsey, boyfriend material.
What is going on, you little porcupines? Welcome back to another amazing episode of Boyfriend Material. Now, we've seen the TikToks. We've seen the online speculation. And today, I finally let him out of his NDA. And I want to introduce you to my BF, my best friend, Mr. Carter Gregory.
Wow. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, baby.
No. But no, today's episode is a very special one because I've got a very special person with me. You know, Carter is the person I go for anything, advice,
Wow, very
help.
special.
What?
I said very special.
No. Stop.
In more ways than one.
No, okay. Stop. No, but he is honestly one of the only people that I could seriously like be myself around, and someone that I hold very dearly in my heart. You know, Carter loves boys. He loves boys.
And Harry loves me.
I do. But I want to talk about it today. And, you know, maybe there's a little young gay boy out there that wants a little bit of help as well. And Carter's the person for you people.
Young, gay, closeted Carter would have loved watching us.
Yeah.
Like, I would have needed to see a relationship like that, like in my view, so I felt more comfortable.
I love watching
growing
it
up.
now.
I love watching it too.
Well, let's kick it off.
Behind closed doors.
No. Okay, let's kick it off.
Yes.
How did we meet? What's our little love story?
How did we meet? Well, I feel like one night I was sitting at home alone and I popped on Grindr.
I knew.
And I got this notification and I was like, who is this like tall? It was just a torso, everyone. So I couldn't even see his face. And I was like, hey, face pics are like, we're not going to be able to chat. And then, you know, Harry sent his face and, you know, the rest was history. No. Here we are. And now I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a fun night.
Sure was.
No, Carter, tell the truth.
How did we meet? Okay. So
I was
for real. So my friend actually was at the time, well, she's still my friend, but my friend was telling me, she was like, you guys, I'm like talking to this boy and he's on some show Too Hot to Handle. And this was COVID time.
Yeah, this was
COVID time.
2020.
And I never watched Too Hot to Handle. I still have never actually watched you on the show.
You shouldn't.
Well, that one's not that bad, right?
No, well.
Perfect match, different story. No, but my friend was like, I'm hooking up with this boy. He's on some show. Yeah. And so we all like, we're sending photos of him in our group chat, I think. And I was like, oh, who is this cute little like twinkie little white boy? You definitely looked twinkie back then. Like he was just like skinny, lanky with like a big goofy smile. And I was like, he seems nice. And then one night we all went to our friend's place for a birthday party. Yeah. And we still hadn't met yet. And I met you at that birthday party.
Wait. Oh.
Yes.
And then I had like that night I accidentally had mushrooms. And
Did you?
I was so gassy.
Were you? That's why the house smelled.
No. No, because I remember we actually stayed there with the person that I was seeing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, tonight's the night we finally like hook up.
We just looked at photos from that night.
Yeah.
Remember?
No, that was a different night.
No, because I had videos from that night. I was just showing you. And we were all like taking a shot and we were all,
yeah, it was a crazy night. But I remember I was laying in bed with her and I'm like, finally, I'm about to secure the bag. And then I just started farting. I just started farting because the mushrooms just made me just a leaky little ship.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but
to our friend who's watching this, she's great. She wouldn't watch, actually. Yeah, she's definitely not watching. She's got him blocked.
Does she?
I don't know, probably.
No, she doesn't.
She loves you.
No.
Love is a strong word.
Anyway.
But we met that night.
Yeah.
And since he was gassy, we just like were talking and hanging out.
You were gassy as well.
I wasn't that gassy. Not as much as you. And then Harry took me to some secret room and we started making out.
No, we didn't. No, but I feel like ever since that night, we just got so close, and
We did. We got matching tattoos. Not that night, but like soon
did.
after.
yeah.
You don't have yours anymore. It kind of faded away, didn't it?
Well, yeah, no, I got it lasered off.
You got it lasered off? Wait, I didn't
No.
know. You got our tattoo lasered off?
I
don't think
there was 8 people that got it.
I don't think I want to be here anymore. I thought this was something special that
It was just
shared.
42 because we were drinking
guys-
1942.
Look how cute this is. It's a little 42. We all got it at our friend Stoss's house one night.
Yeah.
I think everyone's got it removed but me, actually.
Yeah.
But I honestly, well, yeah, it was because we were all drinking 1942. But I tell people now that it's like because of Jackie Robinson, the first African American baseball player.
Oh,
Was that MLB?
okay.
Is that what it's called? Major League Baseball? Yeah, MLB.
MLB?
We love sports.
Oh.
MLB.
MLB. Okay.
Yeah.
Enough about us.
I want to talk more about
Oh,
it.
you keep going.
Okay.
Talk
What
about,
up?
talk about Cam.
Oh yeah, we're talking about. Wait, but I want to. How did we? So like, how did we become?
Yeah.
When was the turning point for us though?
I think it was because we were going out a lot and we
Mm-hmm.
were spending so much time together. And I think we just, that person wasn't the most fun when we would go out. And I think me and you
Okay.
just progressively like got closer and closer. And then I stopped seeing that person. And then they would get mad that I was hanging out with you guys. Like,
Yeah.
why are you still hanging out with my friends? I'm like, I don't know.
I was like, I can't help it. I love him.
Yeah. No, it was so much fun. And then, I think we've just been like glued at the hip ever since. And
Yeah.
I think more recently we've been spending more time together on like trips and stuff. Which is
We just got back from Cannes.
a honeymoon trip. You guys see
It
the
was a
TikTok?
honeymoon trip. Yes.
Carter posted this TikTok there. For anyone who hasn't seen it, go on Carter's TikTok and have a look. He literally was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna film something funny," and then I see the caption says "honeymoon trip," and then it fully looks like
Because we were.
No.
This was a honeymooner trip. We had our cute little villa, just the two of us.
Well, separate rooms.
Were they? Were they? Actually, Harry knows me. Like, I cannot sleep with people.
No, we had one night. Well,
We did have one night. We had one night. I have terrible insomnia, as
Yeah.
you know, and I am not good at sleeping with anybody, friend, partner, no matter what it is. But there was this one night,
it's crazy.
crazy night. This was when you were still living in your old place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wait, why did you stay that night?
I don't know, because we like got wasted.
Oh, yeah, we
and I
fucked
just
up.
like I just didn't Uber home, and you were like, just sleep over. Please, obviously he wanted me to sleep over. And so we got in Harry's bed, and we're just like in bed, shirtless,
Yeah.
in our undies, just like asleep. And then all of a sudden, Harry's big body, he just like turns over and like bear hugs me and like pulls me in to like
Sure.
big spoon me. And cute, but I'm not good at sleeping with people, so I'm literally like, get off of me.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I rejected him.
It's ridiculous. Well,
He
I
tried.
was drunk as fuck. Who doesn't want a little cuddle when you're a little bit drunk? Apparently,
Me.
fucking Carter. Yeah,
Me.
yeah. So, anyone out there, don't big spoon Carter because he hates it.
Hate it. Nope.
No, but I've been seeing a lot of comments here saying that you're a Nepo baby.
That is so. I've seen those comments too.
Why are you a Nepo
That is
baby?
why am I a nepo baby? I wish I was a nepo baby.
Yeah, explain
honestly.
your upbringing a little bit.
I'm not a nepo baby. I mean, I do come from I come from two very hardworking, incredible parents. My mom is I'm from North Carolina, born and raised. My mom is an OBGYN, and my dad obstetrics and gynecology. She delivers babies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And my dad is an attorney. And not a nepo baby, however. They definitely taught me a lot about work ethic. I'm an only child, and my parents both came from nothing, so I think just seeing how hard they've worked in life has just always instilled that level of hustle and grind in my own life.
Yeah.
But definitely not any sense of nepotism. And people always like, oh, he's in the entertainment industry, because I saw a comment being like, well, his dad is really some high up producer and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, producer. I'm like, my dad like sits in a courtroom all day in Raleigh, North Carolina. Like, he doesn't even know what a producer is. Like, he has no idea.
So how did you, obviously I want to talk about your job a little bit because even I don't know how to explain it, which is crazy because I've known him for 4 years now. But how did you
And you live right next to the Capitol
well,
building.
okay,
It's like
doxing me now?
Oh. Everyone, Harry's address.
No, but okay, so how did you get from little North Carolina all the way over here to be best friends with me?
Well, that was the whole goal.
Yeah.
I've actually been stalking you since you were in Australia.
Oh, that's my favorite.
So I went to UNC Chapel Hill in North Carolina, and I always knew I wanted to work in music since I was like in middle school.
Because you're a choir boy?
I was a choir boy. You knew that. You knew this. I was a choir boy. I was a musical theater kid, like naturally. And I was always
naturally.
But I remember like my earliest form of falling in love with music was, you know who my favorite artist is.
Oh, Beyonce.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
My earliest form of falling in love with music was Destiny's Child. And I remember I would like take the CDs and look at the back of the CDs and like look at the liner notes and always be like, oh, like what's Columbia Records? Oh, like who's the what's A&R? Who's the producer? I was like always trying to find out things about who actually a part of the creative process of making these albums that were changing my life. So from that sort of curiosity, I feel like I always was just trying to find my foot in the door in the music industry. But growing up in North Carolina, well, I mean, what was I going to do? Please. Like, grow up.
Yeah.
Get out. No numbers. It was really hard to get my foot in the door from North Carolina. And even when I got to college at Chapel Hill, there was no music business program.
Really?
So, no music business program. I don't even think there is now. It was like if you were going to major in, like if you were going to have a music major, it was going to be like you were actually like majoring in like vocal composition or like piano or violin. It wasn't,
So what degree did you do?
I majored in political science and journalism.
What?
I couldn't tell you a single thing I learned in those 4 years.
Wait, do you think that...
I'm just kidding. The journalism side of things, I feel like I definitely use in my everyday life. Now, the political science side of things, I don't even... Please.
Politics.
You know, I studied abroad in London at King's College for like 3 months.
Why?
Because I had to for my major, but it was like at full like poli-sci, like studying abroad. And I don't even know what I did in London either.
Wait, so how does that help?
Okay, anyways,
it didn't help.
It didn't help at all.
Fuck him.
But like,
no numbers.
Well, no numbers. At first, my dad, being an attorney, he was like, well, if you major in poli-sci, then you can go to law school and get an entertainment law degree. Ugh. So I thought that my way into the music industry was going to be being a music attorney and representing artists. Please. That's what I was at first.
Drag.
Oh my, could you imagine? You know what's crazy? I took the LSAT. Got into law school.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't go. Nothing against, we need our attorneys. There are so many badass attorneys. My attorney's a badass. But I personally would not have been very great at that. Too many words. Too much reading.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Get me outside.
Please.
Get me on a branch.
I want to be in Cannes on my honeymoon trip with Harry. Come on. From at Chapel Hill. I met one of my best friends, Channing, who you've met.
No.
Yes, you have. You've
of
met
course.
Channing. Yes, of course. And his older sister worked at a music publishing company. And so when I was a junior in college, I met his older sister and she was like, oh, you should come out to LA and be my intern for the summer. So that was how I did my first internship. Summer before my senior year, I came out here for the whole summer and interned at this publishing company. And that was my first foot into the music industry.
And then you were just like,
I was like, holy shit, this is exactly what I want to be doing.
Really?
Yeah. And I just spent that whole summer going to shows, meeting people, trying my best to like be in the studio as much as I could. And I was just like literally running around getting coffee for people, just like listening to demos all day long, like just sending my thoughts on different songs from songwriters, from producers, just like literally trying to network my ass off because I knew, okay, if I want to make the move from North Carolina to LA after I graduate, I need to have people who are going to vouch for me in the industry so I can so someone can help me get a job. So I spent that whole summer just networking, and then I just kept in touch with everyone in LA my senior year once I was back in North Carolina. And then when I finally graduated and made the move, shortly after, I got my first assistant job at a music management company.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, right now...
And I was the worst assistant ever.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But my boss, who runs that management company, we're still very good friends. And he is the absolute best. But, I mean, he would even say, yeah, you were the worst assistant ever. I just wasn't good at, like, the admin stuff. You know what I mean?
Please.
Like, taking care of everyone's calendars. It just wasn't for me.
Coffees.
It wasn't for me. Coffees. I messed up his coffee order a bunch of times. And one time he emailed me, like, I was sitting at the front desk, like, answering phones, and his office was behind me. He, like, emailed me one time from his office and was like, do you like your job? Because I messed up his coffee order. But, like...
That's bold.
But, like, also, I'm an idiot for messing it up. Yeah. But whatever.
Look at you now.
I'm so glad I had those days, though, because it taught me a lot about work ethic again, and just humbled me. And I needed that time because if I just come in like a hot shot in the music industry, I wouldn't have had that growth to, like, really understand, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, right now your position at Capitol Records is Vice President of A&R. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of words.
Big daddy over here.
Wait, what does that mean?
So A&R stands for Artist in Repertoire. We've definitely talked about this 100 times.
I know, but repertoire?
Yes.
Use
Okay.
different words.
So
It's too long.
that's what it stands for. So the A&Rs, we are responsible for scouting the artist and then signing the artist to the label. And then after we sign the artist to the label, we are responsible for being along for the entire creative process of making the music with the artist. So we help link the artist with different songwriters, different producers. We help them go through mixes. We help them fine-tune the single, fine-tune the album, like go through that creative process with them of making all the music, putting them with all the different creatives who they're going to work with, and kind of, you know, being their mouthpiece and being their liaison to the label. And so then we take the music to the rest of the departments, from marketing to press to digital marketing to international marketing to radio and to creative visuals, like everything. And we just help be like, okay, cool. This is the music. This is the vision. This is the creative vision of the artist. And how are we going to bring this to life for the artist?
Do you think it's more beneficial for artists that are up and coming to be independent, or to try and send their demos to like a record label?
That's a really great question. And I feel like the industry has changed so much. If this were 10 years ago, I'd be like, well, they should be signed ASAP.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that there is a lot of power now with the rise of social media and where we're at, especially with TikTok. And a lot of young artists have so much autonomy to be able to put their music out there and put their creative out there and do it on their own. I mean, I still believe that having the backing of a major label is incredibly beneficial and super crucial if you want to be a superstar. But I do also think that there is a lot of power in starting to release music on your own first, and really get a sense of like what your vision is and how it feels to release a single, and how you want to have that cadence of like how you want to continue releasing. Do you want to release a bunch of singles? Do you want to release an EP? Do you want to go into a full album? Like kind of getting in a rhythm that way, and making sure that you already have a great team on your own, of you've got a solid manager, you've got a solid attorney, and just having those things in place first, and making sure that before you sign to a major label, you know exactly what you want to say and you have a clear perspective.
Right.
Like you're an artist that you're like, this is my vision and no one's going to sway me on my vision. I would love to have a label come in and help me amplify it and help me bring it to life. But the artist is the captain of the ship, and we should be here to help bring their vision to life.
Wow, that's really cool.
You know what I mean?
Is there anything in the industry right now you think that artists are missing, or do you think there's like a space for people to hit? Like obviously like TikToks do really well to like Natalie's insane.
Natalie Jane, we love Natalie Jane.
She's insane. Like that's one of his artists.
An artist that I work with. She's incredible. We just got to hang with her.
She's the best. But
we filmed a video in her car. That was fun.
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
So random.
So good.
But is there like a blank space where you feel like that maybe an up and coming artist should try and attack, or maybe a type of social media marketing that they should kind of triple down on? Because I also understand if you're an up and coming artist, you have a real life job as well. Like you have to do other shit, so you can't be like dedicating your 24 hours to posting TikToks and whatever else.
I don't know if I would say that if there's like necessarily a wide open lane, but but I definitely, I mean, I feel like the artists that I gravitate towards are, like I said, the artists that have such a clear perspective. And when you look at them, when you listen to their music, if I'm closing my eyes and I don't know what they look like, and I'm just purely listening to the music, if I can hear a sense of identity within the artist, I think that is what pulls me to want to know more. Yeah. And that's what takes me from just being like a passive listener to a real fan, into someone who I'm like, wait. Okay, now I'm going to exit out of whatever app I'm using. I'm going to exit out of Spotify. I'm going to exit out of Apple Music, and I'm going to go to Instagram and look at this artist. Yeah. Or I'm going to go to TikTok and look at this artist, because now I'm a little bit more invested, because I can hear that identity shine through in the song.
Do you think branding plays a big part for artists as well? Like
definitely.
Yeah. Do you think like how they structure the Instagram?
I mean,
what they wear.
Yeah, I mean, I think that all plays into it for sure. I mean, I don't want to be too much of a, I don't want to harp too much on like how you structure your Instagram or your TikTok, but I definitely think that branding in a sense that if I go to your profile, I want to see that there's just like there's a clear identity there. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I can see what this looks like, what it smells like, what it sounds like. Like you get all of the senses from that artist when you go and look at their page. Okay. And also, maybe a developing artist, a new artist, doesn't have all of that figured out. Yeah. Which is also okay. And then that's where a major label can come in and help fine tune and help amplify and help guide what that can look like.
What is your thoughts on industry plants? Because I see a lot of people talk about that. Is that a real thing? No, because like you see like some artists that just blow up in like a month, like, and they just come out of nowhere. But obviously, they've had songs before that. They've done it. They've done the work. Then they go to a label and they scrub everything.
But don't you think that also has to do with virality? Yeah, which like a lot of us can't control these days. Well, I mean, besides us, please look at our TikTok.
15 million.
15 million. But industry plans, I don't know. I think that sometimes you just have these runaway songs, and if a trend starts picking up on TikTok, I don't equate that to being an industry plan. I think that sometimes a trend can just take off, and then all of a sudden you've got a song that's flying, and people love to love to comment and be like, "Well, this is an industry plan." But I mean, I think now more than ever, like labels can't dictate what's going to blow up, or not.
Because if they could, put me on.
I mean, absolutely, I'd sign Harry.
Okay, I want to talk about if you're comfortable with it.
Uh-oh.
I want to talk about your first time meeting Harry Styles. Explain that story, because apparently he put you on the map and he was your come up.
Okay, he put me on the map. So this was the summer that I was interning.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I still hadn't, or did I live here yet? I can't really remember. I don't know if this was the summer or if this is right when I moved. But okay, moving to LA, as you know too, this is not where I grew up, and I moved all the way across the country from small town North Carolina to LA at 21 years old, young, fresh out of the closet, little Twinkie Carter, going to WeHo for the first time and shaking this little Badusi. But it's a hard move, especially after graduating college and having all of my best friends live on the East Coast, like the furthest anyone went was New York. It was
Imagine
like New York,
going
DC.
halfway across the world.
That's what I'm saying. I know you know what that feels like. It was the worst.
Yeah.
And so there was a period of time in my first year when I lived here, when I was 21, where I thought I was going to move home. And like around Christmas time, when I went back to North Carolina, I told my mom, I was like, I don't think I can go back to LA. Like I couldn't do it.
No.
Because I didn't have my group of friends yet. It was hard. And I was like waking up so anxious every single day, like looking out the window, like, what am I doing here? I kind of do the same thing now though. But anyways, my friend at the time, who I was also interning with, this is kind of a crazy story, but like I'm glad that it happened because it gave me the boost that I needed. But she was like, we have to go to, I'm pretty sure it was the Billboard Music Awards. She was like, we have to go to the Billboard Music Awards. And I was like, yeah, we have to. But like, we're not invited.
Please.
Like, how are we going to go? We're not invited.
Yeah.
She was like, no. Like, I'm going to sneak us in. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm scared of you, but like, I'll follow your lead. And so she literally made these like fake artist passes that like these lanyards that said like, I don't even remember what artist it said. It probably said like 5 Seconds of Summer or something.
Skrillex.
And yeah, Skrillex. Like Jack U Diplo.
Yeah.
And it like it said like crew. And she laminated it and it looked so real. And so we get there to the state, I think it was at Staples. I don't know where it was. We get there and we just like show the little pass and we got right in, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Now. It's insane. And we didn't go into like the actual seating area. We just kind of stayed backstage because we had like the quote unquote all access pass. And so we would just like stand backstage and like kind of watch the whole show from the back. And when we were standing back there, One Direction. When we were standing back there, One Direction came up, and they were just sitting there. And the girl who was an intern is a massive One Direction fan. Yeah, I wasn't like that much of a One. I mean, they're dope, but like I didn't really like freak out that much. I was waiting to see Beyonce. I was waiting to see Beyonce. Okay. You know what I mean? And so we're standing there, and she's like, I have to talk to them, and I was like, okay. So we just go up, and Harry was like, do one of you guys have a light? Do one of you guys have a light? Or whatever his accent is. And I don't smoke, but I was like, I'll get you a light. And so I like went up and I like found some guy who had a lighter and I gave him a lighter and he was like, oh, thanks, mate. And then we just stood there with them for like 5 minutes and just like talked. But, and then I was like, can I have a photo? And he was like, sure, mate. Well, you're a cool guy, whatever. And so we took a photo and then I guess it like some crazy fan account like took it and it went crazy on Twitter.
What, really?
Yeah, back then. But I don't have Twitter. But my friends were telling me like, oh my God, your photo's going crazy on Twitter.
It went viral.
And I was like, what photo? It was like, is it me? Just me? Yeah. It's probably just me. I'm going viral. But being at the Billboard Awards, and not just like the Harry Styles interaction, but just being there around all of those creatives, around all of those artists, that was the turning point for me where I was like, I am doing the right thing. Yeah. I was only 21, so I was still very much so a kid, but I was like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm in the right place. This is exactly what I want to be doing with my life. I want to actually be invited to the Billboard Music Awards, like as an actual executive one day, which I can now say that I have been. So like, that makes me feel good. Manifesting like what you want in life and just chasing after your dreams. But yeah, that was the turning point where I was like, I have to continue to work my ass off and hustle and grind to make my dreams come true.
I think that's also half of it as well, as being in the same area as your dreams, or like like when I first came to LA befto I moved here, I was like,
you were thinking, damn, I was like, I need to be around Carter. I need to date him.
Yeah, that's I need to get on Grindr and send out the bat signal. No, but I was like, it was just being in the same area and like seeing all these fancy cars and seeing these houses that are $10-20 million. I'm like, well, if I don't feel it and feel like I belong here, then I'm never going to get it. And I think that's like half of it as well. Like if you're at home and you've got this crazy dream, try and get yourself as close to it as possible, because then it feels real and you're like, oh, I've already done it. Yeah. Like, no worries.
Yeah. Please. Numbers. I'm all about, I feel like now more than ever too. I mean, I know people always talk about, like you've got to believe in manifestation and speak what you want out loud. And I feel like I've been doing that so much lately, and also journaling. I looked back at my journal from last year, and it's also not just being like, I want this, I want that, I want that. It's also expressing, Harry. I want Harry. Trust me, guys, I got him. But also expressing gratitude. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's so good.
Because I have found myself at times, we're always chasing after the next thing. What do we want? And I'm like, wait, you have to sit there and take inventory of the things that you have accomplished.
Yeah.
And express gratitude for that.
That's
because
smart.
Look at where you're at. I look at where I'm at. I'm like, please. But I'm like, wait, I've accomplished so much. And that 21-year-old Carter who wanted to move home because I was so anxious living here would be so like ecstatic about where Carter is now.
Yeah, you've done incredible.
You know?
Look at you.
So yeah.
And that's the craziest thing as well. Carter, on top of influencing and like doing brand deals and stuff like that, also has a fucking full-time job that he's like takes up 80% of his schedule. I don't know how the fuck he survives or how he does it, but it's pretty incredible. And the craziest thing is seeing the comments on TikTok that people think he like rents an office space just to say
everyone thinks that my job is fake. Like after I leave here, I'm going to the office. It's
fake, guys. It's fake.
I love it though. I think it's hilarious. I run with that. I'm like, you know what? Yes, this building is fake. I rented this whole building.
Yeah. And the colleagues.
And the colleagues. Everyone's actors.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to get into questions from you guys. If you have any questions, please go to boyfriendmaterial.iamunwell.com. And there's a lot of questions about us. All right, Cream Pie Carter. Before we get into the dating and sex.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, this feels nice.
I wanna ask you a bit more of a serious question.
Yeah. I love when you rub me.
Well, okay. You know, you have a lot of male friends.
I do.
Who are straight.
Yeah.
Or
so they say. Actually, you've never claimed to be like 100% straight.
No.
Right?
No.
Which is amazing.
Who gives
you
a
went
fuck?
on a different podcast and you have admitted to having a queer experience.
Hell yeah.
More than one.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right?
So
So I just want to say something. So when people say that you and I are queer baiting, I do not think that this is not queer baiting. Because technically it's two pals having fun. And also you've had queer experiences.
Yeah.
So there.
But also
there you
like
go, everyone.
Who gives a fuck? Like who cares?
100%.
That's the weirdest shit as well. When I see people comment and say stuff like, you know, in the honeymoon post, people are like, it all makes sense now, whatever. Like, what? Like,
Well, it does.
well, okay.
So
But I
agree
also
with those
like
comments.
that's the thing as well, and I want to kind of get that across to maybe some young guys out there or girls out there that find himself, you know, getting a part of the other team.
Yeah.
And is that the right way to say that? I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I think that's fine to say.
Okay, cool.
I think sexuality is a spectrum. 100%.
And we're all on the specky.
We're on the specky. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I think so as well.
100%. Because I have had experiences with girls sexually in my life.
Yeah, he's been clapping cheeks.
Whoa. I mean, this was a long time ago. This was in high school. But
The choir boy.
the choir boy. Yeah. But I've had some experiences, and honestly, I think back to them, and they were great. It wasn't...
Really?
Yeah. It felt nice. It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Mentally, emotionally, physically.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I think sexuality is a spectrum. And also, who's to say that I couldn't have an experience with a female at some... We've got long lives to live. Who knows? I could marry a girl.
No, you couldn't.
No, I couldn't.
No, but I want to talk about it as well because I know that, you know, obviously it's a little bit different because you're in the public eye and people kind of come at your friendships and always, even with me or Noah or other people, they'll try and label us a certain way because of how close we are. Is there something that some words of advice that you could give to someone that is a little bit confused or doesn't know how to address it with their friend group or is getting a little bit of trouble from other people? It's also like, it's just fucking so stupid to harp on someone or to be like, oh, you must be dating Noah Beck or you must be dating Harry, whatever else, because we're so fucking close.
I think that everyone should be themselves and have the ability and comfortability to express themselves in any way that they see fit. If you want to express yourself on social media with your friends, you should be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I I'm a person that I love to show affection to the people that I care about. And
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. But no, seriously. And I feel like whether that's with my gay friends, my straight friends, no matter any part of the LGBTQ plus community, I like showing affection. And I love when that affection is also, I receive it back. And I feel like there have been times definitely when I've been with some of my straight friends and either they've posted something or I've posted something, and then, a hug can get taken and people can run with it on the internet and be like, oh my God, did you see that hug? There must be something more.
They held a little bit too long.
Yeah, they must be dating.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
true.
what? You guys didn't even see the kiss. Can you imagine if we posted that?
Oh, well, we didn't do it.
But yeah, no, for anyone out there, I really, my wish is that everyone is able to just be comfortable and be themselves. And it's like, none of it should matter.
I also think it's nothing to be ashamed of. That's like
nothing to be ashamed
Zach Sang
of
show, and
at all.
I saw comments and shit. I was like, why the fuck would I give a shit? Like,
But
I
I
don't
was
care.
so proud of you for admitting that. No, honestly, because
Yeah.
I also think for someone like you, who does lean more straight, for the most part, I think it's important for other straight men to see that, like, you're like, hey, I had a queer experience and I'm confident about that. And I have nothing to feel shameful about. I have nothing to hide. Like, you being open and vulnerable like that, I think is so powerful.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's so many people out there, straight men, straight women, whatever, that have had queer experiences but are too afraid or ashamed to speak about it because society has put that pressure on us where it's like, if you have an experience like that, then immediately you'll be labeled gay. And it's like that, it doesn't have to be that way.
Label me gay. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, hell yeah. Part of the
But
team.
also, I mean, I think about, I didn't come out until I was 19 and living in very southern North Carolina. I mean,
That's
I know
scary.
So scary. I know I was gay since I was 5.
What?
Oh yeah. I know I was gay since I was 5. I remember my first time ever like being attracted to a man was Chris O'Donnell in Batman and Robin, the 1997 movie with Alicia Silverstone and George
Really?
Clooney. Yeah, this is
You're just
pretty,
watching Batman. And
this
you're
is
like,
pretty
fuck.
neat. This is pretty niche, but it was Chris O'Donnell playing Robin, and me as like a little 5-year-old was like, and that was my first time being like, wow, I like men.
I like boys.
I like boys. So yeah, I always knew, but I pushed it down so much growing up because this is really sad, but there was one openly gay kid in my high school and no one would speak to him. And I feel it makes me so upset now because damn, I'm like, the confidence I have now, I wish I had the confidence back then because I would have come out and I would have fucking rode for that kid and defended him and been his friend. And it just, you think back, but I had to go through what I had to go through. And
Yeah, I think it makes you who you are, right?
it makes you who you are. But also now I'm like, I definitely want to do everything I possibly can to be a voice for LGBTQ plus people, and especially LGBTQ plus people of color who maybe don't see as much representation in mainstream media. Because I mean, I definitely didn't growing up. I didn't see like a black gay man being uplifted in media. Not really. I mean, I feel like I saw RuPaul, who is an icon and a legend, but I was also too afraid and too ashamed to ever like watch RuPaul in my household because I didn't want anyone to think that I was gay.
Wow. So even in your own home, you were just
Couldn't.
really?
Yeah, couldn't do it. And not even because like that was like the pressure that my parents put on me or anything, but I wasn't comfortable enough. But I also went to a very Southern Baptist church growing up, and in church, all I would hear every Sunday was, if you're gay, you're going to hell. That was it. That was how I grew up. It was
crazy
intense.
thing to say.
Yeah, it was intense.
I would be afraid.
I was so scared.
I mean, I better not look at any boys.
Not at all. But I hooked up with my first dude at like 14.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Please. Was it?
And now he's married to a woman with children.
What?
Yeah. We don't need to get into that though.
Yeah.
That's a whole different story.
Wait, so was it a difficult conversation to have with your parents, or did they handle it quite well?
It was difficult. Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah. I mean, my parents, my relationship with them now, I mean, is incredible. But it was difficult for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it was hard for me. I remember times in high school like looking in the mirror and saying to myself, like, one day you're gonna have to come out. But that day's not today.
Can't even imagine.
Yeah. I was so terrified.
What would looking back at that moment when you had your conversation with your family, what advice would you give yourself, or what would you do different? Is there anything you would do different or say different, or is there any like jump on the table and be like, wow,
just wearing a rainbow flag?
Yeah, yeah, surprise.
I don't know necessarily if I would do anything different. I mean, I feel like everyone's coming out journey is different, and you just have to do it when you're ready and when you feel like the time is right. So I don't think I would necessarily do anything different because, you know, I came out when I finally felt comfortable and confident enough to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely wish I had come out. I wish I'd came out earlier. I do, but you know what's so cool? Seeing the younger generation now, and I'm not saying that nothing is perfect, obviously, but I think that there is so much more acceptance of young people today being able to come out and be open and express themselves and express their sexuality and have open conversations and not be like so heavily labeled, but like being able to move through like this fluidity of sexuality. I think it's amazing to see.
What do you think, if you're a straight best friend of someone, what is a good way to support them when they're trying to realize what's going on or they want to come out? Is there a way that your friends at the time helped you?
Yeah.
Or is there a thing that you'd want a little bit different? Because obviously, you know, if I was there, I'd be like, yeah, I'm joining in.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I've got the flag on myself.
Yeah, when I came out, I predominantly had more straight friends at the time in college. And all of them were amazing. And I think that just comes down to them just being open and listening to me and creating a safe space for me. So I would urge any person who has a friend who is dealing with that or struggling with it, or a friend who is coming out, to just create a safe space, create a safe environment for them, so that they feel comfortable enough to share and express their feelings to you.
You know what's a good idea? Guys, if you're thinking about coming out, DM Carter and just let him know.
DM me.
Get it off your chest.
100%.
You know, because it's probably in your brain. You probably want to tell someone.
I love that, actually.
Yeah, if you're thinking about doing it, just shoot him a message.
I'll FaceTime.
No,
I'll get on the phone.
What if you got like 15,000
I'll be there. Well, we're going to go through each family. I'll be there for every step of the way. Everyone coming out.
Okay. All right, we're getting sidetracked. But again, you guys submitted some questions and we're going to answer them. The first one is obviously asking if we're dating.
Yes. We are.
Okay.
Great.
But obviously this show is called Boyfriend Material.
Mm-hmm.
And
do you think that you are boyfriend material
right
now in your life?
We're getting there.
Are we? Because I want to ask you.
You want to ask me?
Yeah.
What do you think? No. Okay. I
love you so much.
I love you too.
I think you will get there.
Well, I'm not like the worst person on the planet.
Never said that.
Could be worse. Could be Clinton Kane. Or Central C. You know, you see these things and I'm like, that was the worst thing when I saw those. I was like, you know what? I could be way worse.
You're not that. You know what? You're not that bad.
Like, you know what? That's bad. That's really bad.
That is diabolical.
Yeah.
Some would say.
And I could be worse.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm working on it. I feel like when the time is right and the person
yeah.
is there, I'll be there.
Okay.
But I feel like there's just no pressure on it right now. Just working on myself. And
yes.
Get myself cemented.
Yes, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Work on yourself. I've been telling you this for a while.
He's been through it all.
Yes, sure have.
Been through every relationship.
Countless.
He's seen it all. He knows the proof. He knows. Anyway. All right. So someone wants to know, what is like The most memorable date you've gone on.
The most memorable date.
Yeah.
Ooh. A trip to Disney World. Not
Really?
Disneyland, Disney World in Orlando.
Wait, what's the difference?
Disneyland is here,
Oh,
like down the street, and
It's not
it's
down the
just
street. It's an hour and a half.
it's just Disneyland, and
It's
there's
sick.
but Disney World has Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and there's one more. Whatever. It's
Splash.
just it's amazing. Disney
Really?
World is amazing.
so they flew you there, and then you guys went and did.
Well, they didn't fly me there.
I agree.
I definitely flew myself, but that was a really cute date weekend.
I might do that.
You should take someone to Disney World. Take
What do
me.
you? Well, I think we've done enough trips.
Nope, we've got more coming.
Yeah. Okay. When you're looking to date someone, what are you looking for in them, or maybe when you're in a relationship with someone? Is there some specific traits that you get excited about when you meet someone?
Yes, 6'4" Australian.
6'5".
Oh, whoa.
Grew an inch.
Whoa.
Grew an inch.
Grew an inch in what way?
Well, you know the other way. I mean, well,
What do I look for? I look for communication. I look for support, being like a very strong support system.
support me.
Oh, I will, Big Daddy. I look for someone who has a great sense of humor, who can make me laugh.
Giggle.
And I love someone too who has like a very adventurous lifestyle and has like a zest for life, and who like
Rawr.
just loves to do things
Just get it out.
on the fly. For
Yeah.
me personally,
Yeah, like-
I'm not like a big person who like loves to plan like so far ahead. I would love for someone to just be like, "Hey, want to go to
Disney
Japan
World?
tomorrow?"
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be like, "Yeah, let's book it. Like, let's
Yeah.
go." I love that.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
That's why we're dating.
Okay, next one. How have you navigated dating in the public eye, especially as someone who didn't set out to become an influencer and instead kind of had publicity thrust upon you?
I don't.
What?
I don't deal with it because I don't date.
Yeah, I feel like you're
Well,
very private
Yeah.
with that stuff.
With that stuff, I think I'm gonna, for the most part, in my life, I'm saying this now, but I think I'm gonna always try to keep it pretty private.
Yeah, don't do it. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Everyone has
I
an
just-
opinion.
I don't want to. Why open the door to? Because if we break up, I don't want anyone to choose sides. I don't want anyone to say anything negative about the person that I don't want anyone to say anything negative about the person that I'm dating. I would just rather keep it light. Keep it tight.
Same.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah. Clearly,
always a
you've
shitstorm.
done a great job with that.
No, but now.
Oh, starting now you're gonna keep it.
Well, no, with the last one.
Oh,
We haven't. That's been offline.
we haven't. You're right.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, we've been very
Actually,
much
we've
on-
been
Yeah.
public.
You, sir,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, you have a lot of female friends. Did they ever ask you for advice with dudes?
Oh, all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Did they?
I feel like I'm constantly talking to all my
Ugh.
my best girls about their dudes.
Really?
And I'm always asking them for advice too. So
Yeah.
we're talking about dudes constantly.
Is there any like patterns that you've noticed that keep showing up, especially dating in LA when it comes to
Ooh.
dudes?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of fuckboys out here. I want all my female friends. I want all my girls to be happy.
Yeah.
I want
same.
them all to be happy, and I want them to find their Prince Charming, and I want them
Here he is.
I want them to thrive. Ah, here he is. Yeah. And I want them to thrive. So I always try to be there to listen and help give the best support and advice that I can.
Well, being everyone's bestie right now, is there any go-to advice that you'd give our little ladies listening?
Ooh,
When it comes to
I would
dating.
give our little ladies. Like I said before, I especially think, like for females, if you're straight, you need a man who has great communication skills.
Yeah,
You need
must.
someone. Yes, it is.
but
You
I talk.
you need someone who will communicate
Yeah,
everything that they're feeling, even if it's not what you want to hear.
just get it out.
Get it out, because you don't want them hiding stuff from you.
I haven't hidden anything.
Please.
Okay, please. Well, now I've been over honest.
Okay.
and it's not been great.
Okay.
Okay,
And don't have a dude who's gonna gaslight you either.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
What was the thing you said? The quote that I love.
What if you love something, let it go? He hasn't even seen the show.
I haven't seen the show, but I saw that clip and I was
Yeah.
like, this guy's nuts.
I was a nutcase. Okay, in terms of fuckboys, what type of fuckboys do you currently see your friends going after? And do you think there's an appeal to fuckboys?
I mean, I definitely think there's an appeal to fuckboys.
Please.
I love a fuckboy.
That's
But
why
I
is he
think you
here?
have to go into it knowing that they're a fuckboy. And just like, don't take it too seriously. That's what I've told a lot of my friends. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, if we know that this guy has a history or a pattern of being a fuckboy, then like, have fun with him, but don't put too many expectations on this relationship.
Yeah.
Keep it fun, because we all deserve to just have fun.
Yeah.
Keep it fun, keep it light, and once the
keep it tight.
fuckboyness starts to come out, just be like, "This was fun, peace."
Yeah.
And
Get out of my
there.
face.
Yeah, get out of there.
All right, my naughty little pelicans. Now it is time for your questions with Carter. And you've submitted these at boyfriendmaterial.iamunwell.com, so keep them coming. Okay, first one is from Jason, Harry, and Carter. Help. I'm a 47-year-old gay guy living in the south of Kentucky, and I keep choosing the wrong guys.
Oh.
The latest one is waiting to be sentenced for drug trafficking
Whoa.
for many years. And is also a fraternity brother? Like what?
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Took a turn.
My
The worst,
therapist
Jason.
My therapist says it's not me, but how can it not be? Sincerely confused in Kentucky, Jason. Wait.
Okay, Jason. If you were watching earlier, like I said, he kind of sounds like a fuckboy. He's going to jail for drug trafficking. Is that what it said?
Well, he sounds like a criminal.
He sounds like a criminal. I think, Jason, we gotta do a little bit better at our male selection. Not saying it's you, but like, let's vet these guys a little bit more. Let's go on the first date. Let's do a background check, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's like figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, don't meet them in prison.
Yeah, no.
No, especially if he's gonna do many
I feel
years.
bad for Jason. I want him to find the right person, but
Yeah.
like, we need someone he's not gonna have to get phone calls from prison.
Yeah, a little bit more vetting.
Yeah,
Could be nice.
more vetting.
Spend a little bit more time going on dates.
Yeah. Before,
Yeah.
let's find out if they're trafficking.
Meet their friends
drugs.
before you get.
That's a good one. Meet the friends.
Yeah, because
Maybe even meet the family.
well,
See what's
popping?
the family's looking like. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
See if they got good genes.
Yeah.
And you see how you're gonna age. Okay, well, I hope that helped, Jason. Next one's from Amber. Hello. Okay, so there's this guy at my gym who I think is super hot.
Same. Love it.
Recently, I tried hitting on him by telling him I liked his tattoos. He has full
Tattoos.
sleeves and his entire back is tatted.
Ooh, hot.
Oh, yeah. But all he said was, thank you, and walked away. So I'm not sure.
Oh, Amber, girl. Oh, shot to the heart.
So
But
I'm-
I've been there.
Well, so I'm not sure he knew I was hitting on him. We always see each other at the gym, and sometimes he smiles at me. But
Okay.
that's about it. How do I make it known to this guy that I'm interested without being weird and interrupting his workout? Thank you.
I think you should go next to him wherever he is.
Just moan.
And just start doing the craziest squats and moan
Yeah.
while you're doing them.
Like, oh, it's so deep.
Actually, what should she do? She should... Because if she already said she likes tattoos, maybe he's just... Sometimes when you're at the gym, I know this happens to me. Sometimes I'm in the zone and I don't want to talk to anybody. So
Yeah.
if someone comes up to me, I'll just also be like, oh, thanks, what's up? And then I'm just like playing my music and I just want to get the workout done
Get out of
with.
my face.
So how do you show someone... How do you show someone that you're interested in them?
I think it's either before the session or after it. If you see him like
Right.
about to leave, like
So she's got to be dialed in her whole workout to be like, okay, when is he leaving? Because that's a good point.
Yeah.
She should try to catch him outside of the gym.
yeah, if he's like walking out, even if she's middle of workout and you see him walking out, like just walk up and be
Drop those weights, girl. Sprint
like,
to the door.
and be like, "Hey, soul sister, I really, really want to meet you." No,
Yeah,
just be
yeah.
like, "Hey, I love you."
Yeah.
Well, no, don't say that.
But I think that's a good idea. She should see when he's leaving and try to spark up a convo and see how it feels after his workout.
I think also a good one is be like, "Hey, are you seeing anyone right now?" And then
Yeah.
if they say no, then it's a good sign. But if he says yes, then it's like, okay,
Then it's
cool.
like, all right.
It's not like a big deal.
Yeah.
But you're like,
You know what? You got to shoot your shot. Life's too short.
yeah, and
This
you're
could
at
be
the
your
gym.
husband.
Could be the hubby.
Yeah. So
You
take
never know.
a chance.
Yeah, and be like,
What do we say to taking chances?
we
You know that song?
no.
Nah, it was like a musical theater moment. Sorry.
Okay.
I got real gay.
No. But yeah, that's what I think you should do. I think you should walk up to him if he's leaving or just come into the gym and just be like, "Hey, have you got a girlfriend or whatever's going on?" And then if he says no, then be like, well, this weekend I'm actually going to go get dinner, or I'm actually going to go to a picnic if you wanted to come.
This weekend I'm gonna get dinner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be eating food.
I'm gonna be
maybe you want to come with.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't know if you want to come.
Do you want to come to any of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be free.
Great idea.
I feel like that's a good idea. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. We saved Amber's life.
Yeah. We just
All
got
right.
you a husband.
Next one is from Anonymous. Hi, Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
Harry and Carter. I'm curious as to what your male perspective is on how long it's okay to make a guy wait for sex.
Ooh.
I'm in a phase where I only want to sleep with a guy if I really like him. And this could be
More power to you.
like 8+ dates in. How do I have him come up to my apartment without thinking he's getting more than I want?
Well, first off,
Get out of the apartment.
Anonymous, I would say that's great and that's your decision. And
Yeah.
if you don't want to have sex, and if you're not comfortable, or if you don't want to have sex until you feel 100% comfortable, then absolutely 100% stick to that.
Yeah.
And stay true to that.
Yeah.
And also be upfront. Let him know. Or
Yeah.
let him or her know.
Yeah, be like, hey,
Okay.
I'm not fucking.
No. And I'm not doing this until I feel like I'm 100% in this with you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to go, but just over communicate.
Over communicate.
Yeah, and then if he does come up to your apartment and things gets a little bit heated or moving in that direction,
Mm-hmm.
just a gentle reminder.
Yeah.
Be like, hey.
Just like, hey, this is cute and all, but just letting you know you're not getting in my pants.
Yeah, don't blow my back out.
Nope, not this time.
Yeah, wait till 8+ dates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's also if it's the right person as well, and if their intentions are right, they'll
Yeah.
be like, okay, sweet, no worries. Like, there's
Right.
no issue there. But I think
And
if
also, like, how much of a turn on is that?
yeah, you get to
Like,
wait.
to wait, and then also having that person tell you back, like, yeah, I'm whatever
good.
you're comfortable with.
Yeah,
I just like being with you. Wow.
Wow. Give me some of
That's
that.
pretty magic. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Harry wouldn't know about that.
Yeah. All right, next one's from Roman. I live in a small town with not a lot of LGBT options, and my ex-husband is friends with everyone.
Oh.
I don't know how to put myself back out there at my age, and I'm 35.
Well, first off, Roman, you are so young. Come on. 35, you're in your prime.
Yeah.
You should be out there shaking that
Badoosie.
ass, Roman. Yes, new word that you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Shake that little fanny.
How's he gonna get back out there? I think you just gotta take life by the balls and just go out with some friends and have a good time. And don't worry about your ex-husband being connected and friends with everyone. Like that don't let that affect you. You can still go out and have a great time.
But also, like, maybe travel somewhere different. Like, if there's if there's a new city nearby or like an easy road trip with some friends, go there and do something different.
Come out to WeHo.
Yeah, until you get like comfortable in your skin and feel that confidence again. Because sometimes we just want a little bit of a chase. You know, we want a little bit of like give and take.
But I think it's also about having a strong support system around Roman. Too.
Yeah.
So Roman, get with your
some
girlies. Get with your girlies and go out.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what we need. I hope that helped, Roman. Next one's from Kelsey. What up, Father Kels? What up, Kelsey? So I don't really know how to feel about this, but I need help. I've been dating this guy for 3 years, and I caught him sucking on his best friend's dick in the garage during a party. They both said they were blackout drunk.
This sounds like our night.
No, it doesn't.
What we started at the beginning. This
No,
was
it
our
doesn't.
first night hanging out.
They both said they were blackout drunk and have never done anything like that before. How am I supposed to feel? What should I do? Help.
Damn.
Answer this one.
That's a crazy
This is you.
situation. I mean, what's her name? Kelsey. Father
Kelsey.
Kels, right?
Yeah.
Kelsey, you know, as I said before, sexuality is a spectrum. This does not mean that your boyfriend should be labeled as gay. However, you've been with him for 3 years, so he cheated on you.
He did.
I think it doesn't matter male or female. He cheated on you.
Sucked a little dicky.
So it's like it's up to you whether or not you want to work it out and stay with him and move past that, which you totally can, or if you're just gonna not accept that he cheated on you.
Yeah, I think also just be a support system because I think he's got some things that he needs to figure out.
Yeah,
that's going on. But you're right. The fact of the matter is he cheated.
Yeah,
and that's your decision whether you call it quits.
Yeah, or maybe invite the best friend into the bedroom.
That could be fun. Could
be. Like I said, this reminds me of the night me and Harry met.
Yeah, well, it isn't.
Okay.
Anyway, next one's from Tess. I'm 28 and I don't want anything serious at the moment. So I decided to start a roster. I've gone on a few dates already and I might be talking too highly of myself here, but every one of my dates seem to see me as girlfriend material from their vibes.
I love that.
They never want to tap and gap. I guess what I'm asking is, how do I keep what I have going on with these boys without it getting too serious? How do I even bring it up without coming across as slutty or losing them?
I think that what's her name?
Tess.
Oh, Tess.
Big titty Tess.
I think Tess, I think that you, like we said, communication. I think that you should just go in letting everyone on your roster know that, hey, I'm Tess and I'm just trying to have some fun right now. I'm not taking things too seriously. I am not trying to be in a committed relationship. And there's a chance that I could be dating other people. So I'm having fun. So either, like, if you're cool with that, great. I'm putting it all out on the table and take it or leave it.
I think also when you start to spend so much time with someone, naturally you're going to get feelings. Like, naturally you're going to get attracted to that person and want to have them around a little bit more than you should. I think that if you have a roster and you're seeing a few people, maybe the people that are starting to put like a girlfriend label on it, maybe wean down as much time as you're spending with them. You know, just slowly like
if she's not into it.
If you're not into it, wind it back. Or just be like, look, I'm not ready for a relationship right now.
Yeah.
And try and do your best, big titty.
Big T.
Big titty Tess.
Love you, Tess.
Well, guys, that was it for your questions. Thank you so much for submitting them. I hope you enjoyed our answers. I feel like they were great. I hope you got something out of it.
You naughty little pelicans.
Yeah. But thank you so much to listening to another episode of Boyfriend Material with my best friend Carter.
Wait, this was so fun.
Is there anything you want to plug?
I mean, I loved this. I had so much fun. I think I should come back weekly.
Okay. Well,
co-host.
You and Dom.
I'm doing it, and I'm saying it myself.
Yeah.
I've nominated myself.
Here he is.
This was great. I had so much fun.
Carter has this really exciting series on his channels. If you want to check it out, it's called Carter's Cocktails, where he has very big guests coming up.
Yeah.
It's a very high-level production now. It just started as an iPhone in his kitchen.
And now we've taken it to somebody else's kitchen.
Yeah, and he has a whole studio.
That is rented.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you guys.
Carter's Cocktail. This is exciting. You have to come on Carter's Cocktail.
Yeah, I would
actually, you've come on Carter's Cocktail.
Please, come everywhere.
Yeah.
But if you did enjoy today's episode, please rate us 5 stars. Show us some love on social media. We are Boyfriend Material everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, whatever else. It will be back the same time next week. Love you guys. See you
Love
there.
you guys. We're Boyfriend Material.